Hello everyone, how you doing? So, I got a new camera set up, got it mounted on the helmet, got a microphone in the helmet, so I thought I'd try my hand at some vlogging. Put a lot of videos up, most of them on the track, no talk, that kind of stuff, but figured it'd be a good idea to introduce myself. My name's Roger, and 57 years old. Been riding some sort of motorcycle or been doing some hot rodding stuff for the most of my life. I love it. It's a beautiful day. Memorial Day. Had a nice weekend. I went out, saw family, and did some camping. And my buddy moved back into the state. Been gone for a couple of years. We hung out Friday night and had some fun. Talked about old times. Let me tell you a little bit about the bike. It's a 2016 BMW S1000RR. Bought it new. BMW in Louisville, Kentucky. I didn't really mean to buy it, but I'd been looking for a bike. At the time I had a 2006 Honda CBR 1000RR. Just kind of gotten back into riding bikes on the street. I've done a couple of track days and decided I need a newer bike for whatever reason, but rather than dumping a lot of money in it, it was a really nice bike, the Honda was. So walked in and saw this one had a for sale, or it had a sold sign on it. You were having trouble finding them. This was in 2016, and we were having a hard time finding them. So I walked in, and there it said it was the original red and white, sitting there, and had a big sold sign on it. I got to talking to the salesman, what have you, but the guy apparently had missed something. Hadn't come back, and he says, if you want it, you can have it. So I think I got a stupid deal on it. They were clearing them out, I guess. 17s I must have been coming out, but made me a deal I couldn't refuse, and financing was, it was almost 0%. But anyway, I bought it. It's got all the options. I don't remember what level it is, but heated grips, cruise control. Everybody says it's you do all the reviews and everything, says it's a real comfortable bike, and for the street and off and on, it's always in the top 2 or 3 in the sport bike shootout kind of things. And I guess I'll have to agree, but I'm not ridden a ton of bikes to compare it to, so I really love it. And it's a hell of a lot more bike than I can ride to any level. It's basically stock. I've put, right after getting it, went out and bought some Chinese fairings and put on it. It's a black and red bike now, and I've got a bunch of decals, that kind of stuff on it, but I try to take care of things, and I bought those just in case that, the inevitable fall over, or God forbid, I go down, slide it or something. At least I'd have, the original fairing, because they're expensive. But the Chinese fairings that are on it I really like the way it looks, and to be honest, they've been spectacular. They've been on the bike now for 4 years, and a couple of tabs are broken things, but other than that, they're fine. reviews and not done any performance mods. Like I said, it's a hell of a lot more bike than I can ride. There've been all kinds of reviews and things on it, but it's 200 horsepower, active suspension, quick shifter up and down. Red line's 14,500 RPM. Got all the nannies, I call them, but wheelie control, traction control, ABS, of course. And, you know, all the things that have kept it from killing me. This guy that can't ride, but I'm not going to go too technical in all the specs on it because there's all kinds of reviews on it. But it is a really popular special bike. I do a lot of track days with it. It's got 7,000 something miles on it now, and I'm going to say a couple 3,000 of those have been to the track. Try to go 2 or 3 times to the local track. The local track to me is in Bowling Green, Kentucky, National Corvette Museum. I'm in intermediate there. Intermediate too. The guys I ride with just started a new class, so I'm in the intermediate there, and I can hold my own there. I have no aspirations to get to advanced. I'm not out there pushing it real hard, riding within my capabilities, but the bike is just, a lot of guys can stay with me in the corners, but the horsepower, obviously, with a 1,000cc bike versus 600cc bikes, that kind of thing, they kind of fun to duel with them. It's got all the frame stuff on it, sliders and things like that, GB Racing, case sliders, what is it, Woodford, I can't remember the brand name now, but it's got those sliders and sliders on both the axles. SC Project slip-on, one of the quiet ones. I keep the baffle in it, so I don't like things to get really loud. Get the track, I'll pull the baffle out, but a lot of the tracks don't have decibel levels where they'll boot you if you're too loud. Hey guys, how you doing? I hope this sounded all right. Of course, I'm doing it live now. Got the mic in there. Hell, it may not even be recording. Get back to the house and edit it, put it up. Anyway, the track days are fun on it. Try to do a couple, 3 a year local, like I said, and I've always, the last 2 or 3 years, I make a major trip, go somewhere that I haven't been. So I've been to Barber. Great track, beautiful. If you've ever been there, know what I'm saying, but the track is one, but the museum is just world class. I've been lucky in my time on earth to travel, work, that kind of stuff, but I've been to different countries, BMW Museum, the Ducati Museum, some of those things, and I'm telling you, they don't world-class museum down there in Barber. If you like motorcycles, do yourself a favor and go down there and see that one, because it is special. And then ride the track. It's a really cool track. All the guy that owns it or runs it or whatever, he's a cool guy. Got all the artwork that's out in the field riding around. It's just a fabulous place to go. It's been repaved since I've been there, so not that it was bad while I was there, but I heard it's a little better now. There were seams in the track and it was a little rough in places, but I didn't mind it, my skill level. I've been up to Putnam. Putnam's a cool place. Road America. That was a nice track, just super fast. There's some straightaways there where you can really let one wind out. A lot of fun there. I want to go back to there, but got a trip planned last year with 2020, obviously, COVID, and got a trip planned to Circuit of the Americas down in Texas. I want to go down there and ride that. It wound up canceled. It wasn't COVID that canceled, it was early on, but COVID would have canceled it. But I think they had some kind of concert coming in or something, and they didn't want people on the track while that concert was going on. I think it was Rolling Stones or something. I think I cussed the Rolling Stones for a day or two after that. But of course, I didn't make it, and looking at it, planning to try to go again this year, and it's right in the time that I can get down there. I've got my boys in the Navy. He's coming home. I haven't seen him for a while, so we got to spend time with him rather than go to a track, obviously. Beautiful day. I said that low 70s. I spent some time with my brother's house yesterday, but I've got a see my videos or whatever, but a travel trailer that hooked it up to the truck and went down there. I spent the night in it last night, and it got down to 40s. Froze my tail off. I had to get up and turn the heater on in that thing. Unusual for this kind of year. Where I'm going to do. I mean, this is just a hobby. I'm learning how to, always trying to try new things. So that, you know, setting the camera up behind the cameras, getting the microphone in and researching that, video editing, that kind of thing. It's just, I like doing it. I have no aspiration of getting a couple million subscribers, that type deal. Just sharing my experiences with people. I'll keep it up, do some street rides and stuff, and talk about things, and might do some, I'll call it training or whatever, but just skill sets for the road. Not that I'm a professional at it, but I've got a lot of experience riding motorcycles most of my life. Not so much on the street, but I've done enough track days now and done enough study online, and done a couple of the track days with California's sport bike. I think it's California, yeah, the California, I can't remember. Done a couple of track days with him. That's a really good class. Particularly picked this path on purpose. It was just convenient. I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time at a traffic light back there. It's a pretty boring ride. Out here and get off the beaten path, but there's really not a lot of good roads here. I don't know if you've noticed here, and I don't know if they're common everywhere, but I call them tar snakes. There weren't too many of those the last couple of years I was riding around here, and I don't know what happened, but they've gone tar snake crazy. These things are who I can talk to, but they're downright dangerous on the road. Get laid over in a corner and get over some of those. It makes the bike slide all over the place. It's scary as hell. Looks like quite a few here, but it's pretty tame compared to some of the other places I've seen. nice. Set up, let go of the handlebars. It's nice to do that every once in a while. I don't know what the law would say if they see you, but I don't feel too dangerous doing this occasionally. Flipping, using my clutch there, that's nice. This bike, once you get rolling, you don't have to touch the clutch. Stopping and starting, that's the only time you really need it. Where I'm at, I kind of do, but I don't know where it winds up. I should have planned my route. It's part of the fun though, is just riding places you've never been. Gonna catch me being too crazy. Ride spirited, but I'm not a daredevil. Well, if I go down and get hurt, it may be the last time I do anything. A lot of YouTube guys riding bikes and some crazy people on them. There's the interstate. Potential for horses the next few miles here. Grass clippings. I wish I'd had some more to compare it to, but I can't imagine anything being any better. I have ridden a couple. I rode riding with a buddy, and he had a Buell. We swapped out for a little bit. Heard people talking about how difficult, turn in, but that bike, it didn't want to turn. This thing, you just think about it and it falls over. Kentucky back roads like this, you've got to push it. You got to be careful. I couldn't tell you how many times I've come across deer on the road, turtles, and rabbits, and squirrels, and cows, donkey. Not to mention the people doing their thing coming out of the driveways. Watching these videos of guys doing crazy stuff on a road, and sometimes be doing a whole big amount over the speed limit, and some car will pull out in front of them. They get all upset about it. And myself, you guys, you're doing 100 mile an hour in a 55 mile an hour zone. Cars don't expect you to be doing that. They're pulling out of that driveway for 30 years and know how to judge things, and you're just going a lot faster than they thought. Shouldn't be getting upset at them. No idea where I'm at. Videos and different states and things. I will say that we're pretty blessed here in the state of Kentucky with some good riding roads. I lived in a few other states that I've seen. I guess I just wouldn't own a motorcycle. It wouldn't be any fun. Where's this go? Hello. Train track runs right behind my house, so I think I'm heading the right way, but I'm several miles away. The deer out there, I don't know if you can see him on camera, but he's standing out in that field. Give me a look-see as I went by. Stays over there. Bikes. This thing's got several different riding modes. When I'm out doing this, it's got a rain mode, sport mode, race. There's a user defined. Get the user, you gotta put a plug on something under the seat before you can get that. It was an option you had to buy, I think, at the time. So use that at the track. You can adjust everything independently, but I typically ride in sport mode. User mode at the track. Yeah. Body. Should swing back to the road that we turned off a while ago. There, let's cut it off. So I'm just with the new setup. Put up a few more vlogs in the future, but plan them a little better. Mr. Policeman, how you doing? Take the interstate back home here, and it's a short little run. No need of recording this. The interstates aren't any fun. So Memorial Day, if all my friends and buddies out there serve, thank you for the service. Be careful. Have a good one.